You're listening to the Smash Your Own Ceiling podcast. I'm your host, Barbara Nixon, and I'm so excited you're here. This is a place for you to boost your confidence, become limitless, and grow like never before. Because there's one thing I know for sure, success begins with you. Let's get started. Hey lovely, how are you doing? Barbara here, and welcome to the Smash Your Own Ceiling podcast. I'm over the moon that you're joining me here on this very first episode. How exciting is this? Now, I have to say, this has been something that I've wanted to do for the longest time, so I'm so pleased that it's finally coming to fruition and we get to hang out on here. Now, in case we've not met before, let me introduce myself properly. My name's Barbara Nixon, and I'm a success coach and founder of Smash Your Own Ceiling, and completely passionate about helping amazing business owners and leaders get out of their own way, stop holding themselves back, and get the results that they really want. Now, for me, this is something that is absolutely my calling. Now, I've been in the people development space for over 24 years now, I think it is, and I've lost count of the number of amazing people I've seen who have been hiding their light under a bushel, as my mum used to say. And for the longest time, I was one of them. I know what it feels like to not speak up in a meeting because you're not sure you're saying the right thing or whether other people will think you're an idiot, to feel like an imposter and that you don't deserve to be where you're at, to resist being visible or putting yourself out there because what will other people think and what if I do it wrong? To lack confidence, have self-doubt and second guess. Trust me, I've experienced it all. I remember way back when I was back in my corporate days, when I first became really aware that I'd created a ceiling for myself. Now, this had nothing to do with a glass ceiling, but very much about the limitations I'd put on myself. The limitations that somewhere, somehow, I'd decided that I could only do so much or go so far, even though I had this yearning and desire deep down inside that wouldn't go away. Maybe you can completely relate to. Then when I started my coaching business, I noticed that all of my clients were experiencing a similar thing. And then Smash Your Own Ceiling was born. The thing is that although I know what it's like to have this resistance, that it often feels like running your life or your career or your business with one foot firmly on the brake pedal, I also know how amazing it is when you step through that and start to shine your light and liberate yourself. I've seen this time and time and time again with the awesome people that I work with. And if you're listening and you're thinking, yep, this is me too, this is exactly what I want for this podcast. So what can you expect? This podcast will land every 2 weeks. If you're on my mailing list, you'll get access to a blog post every second week too, because I also love writing and I didn't want to give that up. If you're not on my mailing list and you want to be, come and hang out. All the details are in the show notes below. So this podcast is going to be a bit of a fusion of solo episodes with me chatting to you whilst you walk the dog, pick the kids up from school or cook dinner, you know the score. Some of these are going to be long, some super snappy, depending upon what I just choose to say. And some episodes are going to be me chatting away to amazing guests who have smashed their own ceiling in some way in all walks of life. Now, the goal here is to inspire you, help you, motivate you, make you laugh, and share some helpful tips as well. And if there's a specific question you'd love me to answer or a topic you really want me to cover, by all means let me know. Just email me at info@barbaranixon.co.uk. Now, I can't wait to get started properly, so I'll see you in the next episode. See you later. Hey, before you go, there's one thing that I'd love you to do for me. If you enjoyed this episode, please go and leave a review. It means the world to me and helps me to reach a lot more people. And every week, I'm going to be doing a shout out of my favourite one. Have a fantastic week and I'll see you soon.